evening, and thank you for joining me. Got a weekly or nightly in-app update for you. We'll do a Facebook update in a few minutes, but this is a special in-app update before we do that. Going to give you guys a little bit of a featured model update and look. So give me just a second, and we'll pull you right into my screen. And here we go. So this is the most recent GFS model. And you can see the precipitation continues to be shown, that tongue of precipitation moving in. Some flurries sometime around, when you wake up Saturday morning. Not thinking that this is going to amount to much. The heavier precipitation is likely to move in Saturday evening as this front continues to move in. The heavier precipitation moves in. So you can see the GFS, this most recent run, is not showing as strong of a cold air damming signature and is having mixing issues around western North Carolina. So I just preach uncertainty with this event. Most models show some type of mixing. So unless that high pressure really entrenches and and it could happen, but we got to watch for that ice effect. And so as we progress through, we'll show you a prolonged event through Saturday and into Sunday, and even some redevelopment Monday on the backside with this system. So a very dynamic system, and I just preach uncertainty with it. Let's show you what this model showed, the GFS for snowfall totals, around 4 inches for the Asheville airport. Take these with a grain of salt, but I do show you this just to give you kind of an idea of what the models are showing. You can see 5 inches around Franklin. It does feel like this model shows those 850 millibar temperatures extending down a little bit farther into southwest North Carolina. What we're seeing is a little bit colder surface temperatures. So compared to that last event where surface temperatures were, 33, 34, surface temperatures with what this model's showing are in the upper 20s. So that's a little bit different from what we were seeing last event. So it won't take as strong of a high pressure to push that cold air as far down southwest as say last event, but it's something to watch for. And some of the models have been showing that preset minimum down there in southwest Franklin, Bryson City, Silva area. But it is something to watch. And as the short range models get a little bit better idea, we will have a little bit better handle as meteorologists on what exactly this high pressure is going to do. So let's show you what the European model shows. Similar effects. It has that tongue of precipitation out Saturday morning, and then as we progress through the day, so it has some clearing, and then Saturday evening some heavier precipitation moving in, as well as some mixing. So just a mixed bag of precipitation. Some will see all snow with this model run. Like I said, I'm preaching uncertainty with this. We'll get a better idea, say Thursday, and I'm sorry about that. Say Thursday evening, I'll have a little bit better idea of which direction this is going to go. But as you pull back, you can just see how large of a system this is. High pressure up here, multiple high pressures, bringing in that Arctic air, funneling all the way down here to up against the Appalachians. So that banks in there. Those cold surface temperatures create that effect where, when these most precipitation is snow as it falls through the atmosphere, but it melts when it reaches a freezing layer. So that freezing layer just continues to drop and continues to drop down here as that warm Gulf air moves in, and there's just this battle that occurs across western North Carolina and especially down in southwest North Carolina. We saw the battle around Asheville last system as well. Locations to the east and really south and west of Asheville saw significantly higher totals compared to Asheville, which we switched over to sleet around 1 a.m. So, something to consider, and it was one of those things that the models hinted at, but didn't really resolve fully until right up at the event. So, here's what the European model showed snowfall wise: widespread 3 to 5 inch event in around Buncombe, Haywood, and to the north and west or east of Asheville. So as you get towards Boone, a more significant snowfall, say 6 to 8 event, according to this recent European run. If you look, it's still showing that preset minimum around Southwest North Carolina, Andrews, Murphy area, Franklin, Bryson City. So once again, I know you guys hate that, and you hate watching these systems come in, but it's just all about that strong high pressure and how strong it is. Surface temperatures, like I said, are working a little bit more in your favor for this event, and may be a saving grace, especially around Asheville proper, for staying off snow. But like I said, lots of uncertainty with this. So let's show you the Canadian model. This is another model that we've been watching, and we'll progress it through. You can see that high pressure moves in from up around in Canada, and this low pressure develops as the northern and southern jet stream come together. That low kind of it kind of shows it as a Gulf low, but doesn't really make it all the way down to the Gulf. Shows snow in western North Carolina. Sees that wedge make it all the way down there into western North Carolina. You can see that strong high pressure really bringing in that cold air. Is a somewhat of a significant event for western North Carolina as we run this out. Struggling with the placement of the low, transfers it off to the coast, and then leaves a secondary low behind, and that is captured by the upper level low. But like I said, a really dynamic system here with a lot of variables coming into play. So that's why you're seeing the models have a time with this. And but that's how it is with southeast snowstorms. Models never nail it down until we get 2 to 3 days out, and then there's always some uncertainty, and there's little facets and entities that are difficult to resolve, and little valleys that end up not getting as much or end up getting more than what we expected. So you can see most models keep that snowfall around through Monday morning. So this will be an extended event, and will be cold as it exits off. So thank you for joining me on this in-app update. Hop over to Facebook and check out. We're going to do a live update on Facebook as well. But I really appreciate you guys joining me, and see you in just a few. Thanks.